everybody doing? I wanted to talk a little bit about a piece of gear that I got actually for Father's Day last year. My wife, for a gift, got me a kayak seat made by Yakgear. And it's about a $60 seat. Basically not real impressed with this piece of gear. I've used it for about a year now, and I started having problems about the second or third time out with it. And basically the problem is inside it's got these two fiberglass rods that run down these sections of the seat. Basically they give it a spine so it gives it support. And the problem that I had pretty quick with it is that one of the rods had poked up. I don't know if you can see this, but one of the rods had poked up through the pieces, and it actually ended up coming clear through the top of the seat. And then eventually, on my last time out on my kayak, the other one punched a hole clear through the bottom. And so basically these rods that slide up in here to give it strength and stability totally failed. I think probably a couple of things could have been done on the design of this seat that would probably made it a lot better. I think one, the rods, the ends of them are just cut. They are not rounded off or smoothed around the edges in any way, and I think that kind of facilitates it pushing its way through. I think the other thing, probably if the rods had like some kind of a larger cap or something that fit around the tops and the bottoms of them, that they wouldn't be as apt to poke out through the webbing. I was happy with the seat. It's got good buckles and some fairly good structure to it. It's just the problem are the seams here, and this one never came through here, but I think it was fixing to. You can see where there's wear points on it. But again, the seams here, the rod pushed clear through. And on this one, actually, it pushed through both the top and the bottom. So if you're looking for another seat for your kayak, I don't necessarily know that it doesn't seem to be poorly made. I think probably part of the problem is this may not be designed for guys who are as big as me. I think that's probably the main cause. Is I'm too big for this seat. Not that I'm a giant or anything. I'm fairly normal height, but I do weigh about 260, and I just don't think the seat is designed for a guy my size. Anyway, so I would tell you that if you're a fairly large guy, this is probably not the seat you're looking for. This one actually came from Academy Sports. Like I said, I got it for Father's Day last year. I think my wife paid about $60 for it. I still think it's a nice seat, and I may have some uses for it, one day doing something else with it. Like I said, I think it's got good hardware with it. It's got good strapping and good buckles. But the problem are these fiberglass rods. They just completely poked through the seat and pretty much made the seat at that point kind of worthless for as far as what it's intended. But anyway, so my opinion of this Yakgear seat is at least for me, it's a fail. So I don't know if anybody else has this Yakgear seat out there and if they've had the same problems. But like I say, when I go out on the kayak, I'm usually out there for a good 5 or 6 hours. And like I said, this is just not made for a guy my size, and I think that's the main problem with it. with that being said, I went to Academy Sports today and I upgraded my seat, so I plan to replace this particular seat with one also made by Yakgear, and it's called a Black Manta. Now what I like about the Black Manta, it has good straps, it has outstanding hardware to it. But what I like about it is this one has no rods in it. It has probably plastic inside there to stiffen it up, which I like a lot. It's got some padding on the seat, and it is a little narrower, which I think that will also work well in my kayak. But it's a little taller than the other seat as well. This particular one is about $90 and made by Yakgear. This one's called a Black Manta. And like I said, I don't know if you can see all the details of this particular seat, but I do like this seat just by looking at it already a lot better than the other one. And I like the fact that it doesn't have any rods that can poke out of the structure of the seat. And I also like the fact that the straps on the back that run along your sides are a little higher, so I think that probably will support your back a little better than the other one. And it's also got some additional places here where you could hook stuff, you know, whatever, lunchbox, tackle box, you name it. So I like that as well. And it's also got some places on the bottom where you can attach things. It's got some places here where stuff could be attached. But anyway, I do like this seat. In fact, it was one of the seats that I was looking at last year when I first started even thinking about upgrading the seating in the kayak. The kayak seats that my kayak came with are Harmony seats, and they're okay. Just not made for somebody as large as me. My wife sits in it all day long. They don't bother her at all, and the same with my daughter. She sits in those Harmony seats, and they don't bother her at all either. Both of them are about 120, 130 pounds, maybe. But I think this seat is a much better seat for me, and I hope to pretty soon get my boat in the water and actually give this a good, thorough product test and have a better report on this particular seat. Once again, this is a Yakgear Black Manta seat, and it's about $90, and looks to be a pretty good piece of gear. I've Googled seats out there, and there are some of them out there that are $200, clear up to $300-400, and I really don't want to put that much money into a kayak seat that costs more than my kayak. So, something to think about. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day.